The veil of night cloaks Tehran, but beneath the surface calm, tension simmers. Then, the illusion is shattered. Tehran's restless night is pierced by the chilling wail of sirens. It's a stark signal, an unwelcome announcement that the city's supposedly impenetrable skies have been breached and danger is imminent. Windows rattle violently in their frames as a series of explosions erupt, painting the distant horizon with flashes of blinding light. Each blast is a calculated and precise strike, meticulously planned to hit targets strategically tied to Iran's ever-evolving military and increasingly controversial nuclear ambitions. For ordinary Iranian citizens, huddled in their homes, it's more than just a spectacle. It's a terrifying and visceral experience. It's a stark and unwelcome reminder of the ever-present shadow war being waged with Israel, a conflict that threatens to engulf them all. Emergency vehicles, lights flashing and sirens screaming, race through the ensuing chaos, desperately trying to reach the affected areas. Meanwhile, on state-controlled television, officials vow swift retribution, attempting to project an image of unwavering defiance and strength, but behind closed doors within the halls of power, government officials scramble urgently to assess the full extent of the damage. They desperately try to understand precisely how their sophisticated defenses failed yet again, leaving them vulnerable to attack. This is modern warfare, a silent and deadly game played on a global stage. It's a world of spies, sophisticated satellites orbiting high above, and precision-guided munitions capable of striking with pinpoint accuracy. It's not about massed armies clashing on a battlefield. Each devastating explosion is the culmination of months, sometimes years, of meticulous planning. It's the result of painstaking intelligence gathering and tireless analytical work. For Israel, these calculated strikes are seen as preemptive measures, a necessary evil. They are meant to neutralize emerging threats before they have the chance to fully materialize and grow into something far more dangerous. But for Iran, these strikes are viewed as blatant provocations, acts of aggression that demand a swift and decisive response. Each attack pushes the already volatile region precariously closer to the brink of open and widespread conflict. The seemingly endless cycle of attack and retaliatory strikes is relentless and unforgiving, and each successive act serves only to escalate the stakes, raising the specter of all-out war. The city waits with bated breath, acutely aware that the next move, the next strike, could come at any moment, plunging them further into the abyss. The Israel-Iran conflict began as a cold alliance, but after Iran's 1979 revolution, it turned into a bitter shadow war. Iran's support for groups like Hezbollah and Hamas made it Israel's top adversary, encircling it with hostile proxies. Israel's main goal: stop Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons, using sabotage, cyber attacks, and targeted assassinations. Scientists and commanders have been eliminated to disrupt Iran's nuclear progress and regional influence. Most operations are unclaimed, allowing both sides to avoid all-out war while keeping tensions high. Iran retaliates through proxies, fueling a deadly cycle of covert action and response. This is a chess game played in the shadows, with every move risking escalation. On April 1, 2024, an Israeli airstrike obliterated a consular annex beside Iran's embassy in Damascus. The target, a secret IRGC Quds Force Command Center, where senior commanders, including Brigadier General Mohammad Reza Zahedi, were meeting. Zahedi's death was a major blow, disrupting Iran's operations in Syria and Lebanon. The strike showcased Israel's intelligence and precision, pinpointing a high-level meeting in a fortified area. Likely using F-35 jets and precision-guided missiles, Israel destroyed the building while sparing the embassy next door. The operation was a model of intelligence-led, technology-driven warfare. It sent a clear message: even Iran's most protected leaders are vulnerable. The aftermath left Iran's command structure in disarray. Iran's response to the Damascus strike was historic, marking a significant escalation in the ongoing tensions. A barrage of over 300 drones launched in a coordinated swarm towards Israeli territory, and missiles launched at Israel, representing a direct attack on the nation itself. This was a clear demonstration of Iran's capabilities and resolve. Nearly all were intercepted thanks to robust defense systems and international cooperation. By a coalition of Israeli and allied forces, showcasing a united front against Iranian aggression. Under pressure to avoid escalation into a full-blown regional conflict, Israel chose a measured response, carefully calibrating its actions. In the early hours of April 19th, in a carefully planned operation, Israeli jets struck an air defense battery near Isfahan, sending a clear signal of Israel's reach. Close to Iran's nuclear facilities, a location of immense strategic importance. The message: Israel can reach Iran's most sensitive sites at will, demonstrating a significant intelligence and military capability. Reports suggest F-35s fired long-range missiles from outside Iranian airspace, minimizing risk to the attacking aircraft. Aided by drones possibly operated by Mossad inside Iran, providing crucial targeting information and post-strike assessment. The strike was precise and deniable, allowing Iran to downplay the incident and avoid further escalation. Satellite images later showed damage to Iran's S-300 air defense system, confirming the effectiveness of the Israeli strike. Israel restored deterrence without triggering a wider war, achieving its strategic objectives with minimal collateral damage. Tehran's muted response signaled the message was received, indicating a desire to de-escalate the situation. By avoiding civilian and nuclear targets, Israel demonstrated restraint and adherence to international norms. Israel gave Iran an off-ramp, providing an opportunity to step back from the brink of conflict. The crisis eased, but tensions soared to new heights, underscoring the fragility of peace in the region. The world saw how close the region had come to disaster, highlighting the urgent need for diplomatic solutions. The shadow war had entered a more dangerous phase, with increasingly sophisticated tactics and higher stakes. On July 31, 2024, a powerful explosion struck a guarded guest house in Tehran, killing Ismail Haniyeh, Hamas's political leader. The attack was surgical, destroying only the rooms where Haniyeh and his bodyguard stayed. The method remains debated: a short-range missile fired from nearby mountains, or a bomb planted inside by an infiltrator. Either way, it was a stunning breach of Iran's security. The assassination humiliated the IRGC and exposed deep vulnerabilities. For Israel, it eliminated a key enemy leader and sowed distrust within Iran's security ranks. The operation proved that nowhere in Iran is truly safe. The shadow war's front lines can appear anywhere, at any time. Israel's edge in this conflict is built on intelligence. The Mossad and military units like Unit 8200 recruit spies and gather human intelligence inside Iran. This is combined with satellite imagery and signals intelligence, intercepting calls, hacking networks, and tracking movements. The result: a detailed, real-time picture of targets and threats. Operations are meticulously planned to avoid civilian casualties and international backlash. Specialized weapons like the R9X Ninja Bomb allow for pinpoint strikes with minimal collateral damage. Cyber warfare is often used to blind Iranian defenses before a physical attack. Disabling radars and communications creates a window for Israeli forces to strike undetected. This fusion of espionage, technology, and cyber power defines Israel's modern way of war. It's why its secret operations are among the world's most effective. Each Israeli strike, precise and calculated, sends shockwaves across the region, amplifying existing tensions and creating new uncertainties. The reverberations are felt far beyond the immediate targets. Iran responds with threats and proxy attacks, signaling its resolve and determination to retaliate. While Israel braces for retaliation, activating defense systems and preparing its citizens for potential attacks. International allies bolster Israel's defenses, providing crucial military and diplomatic support, turning a bilateral feud into a global flashpoint, drawing in major powers and international organizations. The world watches anxiously as the situation becomes increasingly precarious. Fearing a misstep could ignite a regional war, with devastating consequences for the entire world. Diplomats scramble to de-escalate, seeking a path to dialogue and a peaceful resolution. But the cycle of covert strikes and reprisals continues, fueled by mistrust and a desire for dominance. As of June 2025, the shadow war is the new normal, a constant state of alert and simmering tension. Each side determined, each blow raising the stakes, pushing the region closer to the edge. The risk of catastrophic conflict looms over every operation, a constant reminder of the potential for disaster. Both nations have shown they can inflict real damage, demonstrating their military capabilities and resolve, but neither wants all-out war, recognizing the devastating consequences for both sides. The question is not if, but when the next strike will come, a certainty hanging over the region, and whether anyone can pull back from the brink, averting a full-scale war. The Middle East remains on edge, its population living with constant anxiety. its future uncertain, hanging in the balance.